Yeah, so we're here. This is episode 6 of the Strip Barbell podcast. Super busy weekend in Vegas. We had Rock and Roll Marathon. We had HYROX. We did some shakeout runs with some of our community partners and Lululemon and NoCo and Raw Dogs. And I'm here today with Dianna, sorry, right? Yeah, Dianna. Dianna's been a member of our gyms for about 3 months now. I think it was actually 3 months today, officially on there. So congrats on that.
Thank you.
Dianna was one of the many that participated in HYROX. She came to our gyms about, like I said, 3 months ago. And let's start. Like, what got you started? Like, tell us a little bit about your backstory. Who was the Dianna 5 years ago, 10 years ago? And let's just kind of bring it up through, like, where she's at today.
Dianna 5 years ago, 10 years ago was not a happy Dianna. Especially 5 years ago, I was probably the biggest I've ever been.
Yeah. Just for context, like how big is that? Like for people that don't know.
315.
Oh, wow.
315 pounds was probably my biggest.
Yeah.
I did get bariatric surgery February 20th of 2024.
Okay.
So that was a big step.
Yeah.
I could have gotten it a lot sooner.
Yeah.
I just wasn't ready. You know,
Yeah.
when you say you're not ready, you're not ready.
Sure.
And finally, it was just 1 minute to the other. Booked it, did it. The beginning was easy in the form. The first maybe 60, 70 pounds came off, no problem.
Yeah.
You know, and then after that,
Yeah.
I've
The
had
restrictions.
to work.
So had your stomach cut?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
like
had
you couldn't
gastric
eat. Yeah. So you couldn't eat physically as much food.
Yeah. I couldn't eat, and which was fine. You know,
Yeah.
that part was never bad. I never had bad symptoms or, you know, anything like that.
Yeah.
It was definitely a change. You know, my mind needed to change. It was
100%.
so much different, you know. I was a big soda person before. Like, I would not eat anything or have dinner or lunch
Yeah.
without soda.
Yeah.
And that was, now I don't crave it.
Yeah.
Sweets, like coffee, I don't have like all that sugary stuff anymore. It's
Yeah.
been such a game changer just in my life.
Yeah.
I feel so much better,
Yeah.
you know, mentally, physically.
Yeah.
I started going to the gym, just, you know, constant. I was consistent probably in April of last year.
Yeah.
And that's when
How far after was it doctor, or was that like your like thought like, hey, I need to also add this in? Were you told from the doctors that like, hey, you should probably be also exercising, or was that kind of more internal, kind of you?
No,
about
it was
that?
more me. I mean, they tell
Yeah.
you can exercise, you know, after about 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And we were walking just on the treadmill,
Yeah.
but nothing consistently. So about in April, I started looking up like workout programs. Like I was doing like
Yeah.
leg days, you know, like
Sure.
arm days. And in August, I started walking. I started going to Sunset Park and walking anywhere from 3 to 5 miles every day,
Yeah.
5 days a week. And again, I saw a big change in my body. The weight started coming off, you know, quicker.
Yeah.
Then in November, one night, I saw something on HYROX Las Vegas, and I started,
Yeah.
you know, looking at videos.
Yeah.
And the tickets were going on sale the very next day.
Yeah.
And I bought my ticket without knowing
Yeah.
what I was getting myself into.
It's so crazy. I get so many people that are like so nervous just even like to like display their fitness, and they're fit people. You know what I mean? Like people that have like been doing exercise for a while, they're like, I'm just never going to be able to like get through it. Like, it's long, it's intense. Like, I'm like, as long as you like sign up, like you can complete it.
Mhm.
And like for like those that aren't aware, like obviously like, I mean, there was 5,000, 6,000 people that did it over the weekend, something like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, all ages, I mean, adaptive athletes and everything like that. And I mean, you came to our gyms 3 months ago, and I remember the first session that I had with you at one of the 6 a.m. classes.
Yeah.
And 3 months ago, we couldn't even do a bodyweight lunge.
No.
So to be able to complete 8,000 meters and roughly another 100 weighted lunges plus wall balls plus everything else. I mean, obviously such a huge like feat for you. And I mean, I can only imagine such a big milestone for, just showing how far you've been able to come.
It was. It was a big milestone. And I knew the lunges, just in general, from the beginning, that was going to be where I probably was going to struggle.
Yeah.
And I did. I almost quit. I was crying. I was full on shedding tears.
God. I wish I had Fabian there to like record.
I really, and my youngest son, he's like very fit. He was a wrestler.
Oh, wow.
And he was there. He's like, Mom, you can do this. Go. Just remember, you paid to be here. You could do this.
He's like, I didn't pay that much. Get me out of here.
He's like, just remember, you paid to do this. He was like, but you got this one at a time. And the first, is it 80 meters? So the first 40 meters, I had locked in. There was a gentleman straight ahead, and he just stared at me the whole time. And when I finished that last lunge on the first side, when I passed him, he was like, you got this. He was like, you got this. And it was just people like that through the whole course that really, along with my family, of course, my friends and family, but it was people like that really got me through. It was just.
And just for context, obviously you started the journey back in 2024. You started doing group fitness with us 3 months ago, and you completed your first HYROX race literally yesterday.
Yeah.
What was your completion time? Just for adding it out there for those that like are nervous about signing up and like putting their fitness on display. And like I always tell people, it's like it's not that this is your best time or that this is like a one and done. It's a timestamp of showing where we're at, and then being able to reflect on it when we look back at it.
Yes.
So
my time was 3 hours and 14 minutes, which is a long time.
Yeah.
But my goal was just to be able to finish it and have a time.
Yeah.
So then I can just improve from there.
Yeah.
So I'm already thinking of next year, and I'm hoping at least an hour.
When we talked on via text message yesterday, you also told me that you did what?
I signed up for the Open.
Yes. Fabian, are you signed up as well? No, he will be before we leave today. Putting on the company credit card, he's signed up. So, I always tell people, like, the biggest thing is like, as scary as it is, again, you don't know my whole backstory, but I was almost 300 pounds. I no surgeries or anything like that, but it was back in my 20s. A lot of soda, a lot of diet soda, though, which is weird, but like, the food was, definitely like outnumbered the calories and everything than that. But like, it always like everybody's like, I'm scared to stand on the scale. I'm scared to do this, and like I'm scared to like put my fitness on display and like have a number. And I'm like, if you don't have a number, like it's so tough to then reflect how far you've achieved or how far you've come, because you think that you're capable of something, but it really could be so much further back than where you're at currently. If you waited another 3 years and then you finally did it and it was like an hour and 45 minutes, you wouldn't feel as good about it as knowing that like, hey, like 2 years prior, me doing it was at 3 hours. You know what I mean? Like it just such a opportunity for a reflection and being able to track and motivate and being able to like look back and being like, hey, like this was me. This is what I was capable of then and how far I've come now.
Yeah.
And being able to just be part of that. And how's it been? How's the group fitness been? Like, tell me a little bit like about that. You've been coming now for 90 days. You've committed for a year membership. Prior to that, no group fitness ever.
No.
In like a setting like that. Primarily in afternoons with Candace. Yeah. Candace and Alexa. Yeah. So, tell me about that. What was it like coming in for your first class?
At first, so my very first class was tread. I did a tread class.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is going to be perfect. It's going to get my endurance up. And then I believe I was talking to Whitney or Stephanie.
Yeah.
And they were the ones that told me, no, you might want to do CrossFit if you signed up for HYROX. So my very first class was with you, 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And I was a little intimidated. You see everyone and you see that they're on on a higher level than you.
Sure.
But that is one of the things that I've actually really enjoyed about group fitness is that although everybody's like on a different level, they're not they're not all doing the RX that's on the board, but somehow it's still catered to you. Like Candace and Alexa have been very good, scaling. When I first started scaling some of the stuff down, which it doesn't make you feel like an oddball out. Like you still feel included,
Yeah.
We're all doing the same thing. And I've just really enjoyed it. It's pushed me.
Yeah.
I know that I wouldn't be doing some of the weights or some of the stuff like in a regular gym by myself.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I've really enjoyed about the just the CrossFit community, the group fitness. It's something that I've really enjoyed.
Yeah. I mean, for so many, like, I mean, everybody tells me they're like, oh, I can do it on my own. I'm like, yeah, but for how long? Like, how consistent? Like, those are like the things that, like, yes, like I know how to work out. I know how to like write programming that I could come into the gym and be able to do it. But what I can't do is like that motivation of the 3 or 4 others that I usually see on a day in, day out basis, or like being able to work out and like not just like doing cardio by myself, but like other people like sweating with me, other people like that are like giving their best effort and being able to all be able to be where we're at in our fitness journey in that together, whether it be a 15-minute workout or a 60-minute workout, that we're all there giving the best capability of where we're at and having somebody there to continue to motivate like a Candace or an Alexa to be able to be like, hey, like, I know you got a little bit more in your being, as opposed to like, I mean, I was so bad at it when I would go to like LVAC, like back by myself that like I go in and I wouldn't even have my like energy drink done and I'd already be thinking about like my smoothie on the way out the door. I'd be like, well, I at least have to like finish this before I can go get my smoothie. So like, let's just go stand on the elliptical. I'll get my 20 minutes in and then I'll be out the door. And like, I mean, it was just so much more like, I mean, I've been doing CrossFit now for 15 years. And I mean, I remember the first time that I got convinced to finally do the CrossFit Open and I was like, like I'm not ready to like show off my fitness. And it was like, I'm so happy that I like finally logged it way earlier. I still wish that I would have probably done it year 1 as opposed to year 4. Because it would show people and I would be able to have a little bit even more so relatability with me trying to convince other people to sign up and be able to like just mark it. Be like, I know you're not going to be able to do everything. I know that we're not going to have the best score or be the fittest or this, but you're going to be able to show yourself reflecting 2 years, 6 months, whatever that distance is, how far we've been able to go. I mean, the first class, I mean, we were holding on to posts and doing lunges at body weight. Yeah. And then now you're out in the middle of an arena with, I mean, 1,000 other people that are all around you, people doing lunges, and you have a bag on your back and you're doing it not holding on to anything, not able to use your hands for support, and you're doing 100 of them. So, I mean, just even that accomplishment alone is, I mean, just such a big, like, milestone kind of marker, I guess you could say, on there.
It really was. It really was. And it was an experience that I am so glad I did. I was taking it all in during the runs, during every station. I was just like, wow, like I'm really here with all these people. You know, the next person next to me was like, you know, they look really fit. Just they don't look like me. So it's just one of those moments that you're like, oh, I could do this.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, we try to do that. I mean, especially, I mean, as you come in through the front door of our CrossFit gym, I mean, with the 100, 250, the 500 and the 1,000 boards up there on the wall, it's like it's marks and journeys that like, I mean, everybody can get there. Like to get to the 1,000 board, I don't need to be the fittest. I just need to show up 1,000 times and put myself out there 1,000 times, or the 100. And I mean, so many steps above that. And then being able to reflect and seeing that, wow, like they're not stopping after 30 days or 90 days. Like that there's so much additional fitness that can be achieved here in this class. And it's not like, there's no quick fixes, I guess you could say. Like, hey, like I can do this for periods of time, not for a short and then a stop, and then like I got to get it all back. And I mean, it's like January 1st all over again, and it's like, hey, like I got to get my fitness back. Be like, no, like, hey, like let's make it part of our like routine, make it part of who we are, as opposed to the thing that I have to do because I'm a little bit overweight or I'm a little bit this or that, and it not being so negative, but like being positive. And I mean, I feel like when that switched for me, it was so like nice that like the days that I wasn't able to make it to the gym or that I wasn't able to like be in the class with the people was like, I feel like that's the point that it was like the switch flipped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where you're like, I am a person who goes to the gym. I am a person who enjoys doing this, as opposed to like, I have to do it because the doctor told me to, or anything like that. And I mean, it's just so incredible to, I mean, hear your story. And I mean, I was at dim sum with my family yesterday. My wife's Asian, and they forced me into eating noodles and everything after my race. But like I'm sitting there like looking at your times and everything, and you're getting through it. I'm like, just keep going. I'm like, just keep going. You're gonna make it. You're gonna get there. And then to finally see that like you completed it and like that you didn't quit was awesome. You know what I mean? Like it was just amazing just to like see that like that will to kind of do it. And I wish I was there in person to be able to like be there with you. But I mean, it's such an awesome story, and I wanted to make sure that we got it on here and that we were able to talk about it.
The person that actually convinced me to do the open, because I didn't know exactly what that was. I saw you guys post it, and I kind of had looked into it, but I wasn't really understanding. And it was after our CrossFit one day. We were all in the sauna, and we were talking. They started talking about it, and I asked, what exactly is that? And Rebecca, one of the ladies that does it, does CrossFit. She told me, and she said, that's one of the things that I regret not doing my very first year.
Yeah.
So when she said that, I'm like, okay, I'm definitely doing it. She was like, you can't go wrong. She was like, just do it. You're not going to regret it. So then I signed up for that. And so now that gives me something else to work towards after this, just staying busy. And
so those that aren't familiar with the CrossFit Open, basically it's 3 weeks or 3 Fridays of workouts that anybody that does fitness across the entire world can sign up for. Primarily within a CrossFit gym, but there are other people that do it on their own or outside of it and that film it and be able to submit it. But it's 3 workouts that you're able to track over time that they do typically repeat one year after year, or one of the 3 usually gets repeated either a year after or a couple years later. And then it's basically being able to kind of like track your fitness. I remember mine probably I was in the 20th or 30th percentile, and like last year at 43 years old. Yeah, I think that's how old I was. I forget. I was 97th percentile. So it was really cool to like see like just how far like you're able to come. And it's like a yearly kind of almost like checkup on like being able to like track that progress and being able to like put pen to paper and be like, hey, like this is where I'm at now. This doesn't mean this is where I have to be, but it's like standing on the scale when I was overweight and like that, like, hey, like you can do better. You can move it when you want to move it. And I mean, being able to like add something other than just that number on the scale just helps to like show the fitness. It's like, you know what, like 100 pounds or like, even at my lowest, it's not where I'm at now, but I'm much fitter where I'm at now than at my lowest. And being able to track it outside of just standing on the scale, I think means so much more to me.
Yes, absolutely.
And being like, hey, like, I'm not 182 anymore. Like that was the absolute lowest that I got to from that almost like 285. But like, I'm usually like right around 200, 205, but like, I'm like stronger. My fitness numbers are going up. Like I'm able to squat more. I'm able to lunge more. And like all those kind of like add to the clarity of the overall picture of like my health to me.
Yes.
But so, obviously you're signed up for the Open. Anything else that you're super excited about in fitness or in life in general? Or
I'm an empty nester now. My youngest graduated last year, and that's kind of where all this motivation kind of came from too. Like, okay, I have no excuse anymore to do anything.
Yeah.
So now it's just, now it's the Open. We'll see what it's next.
Yeah.
But my goals will change, I'm sure.
Yeah. Signing up for HYROX in Barcelona. Yeah. You're going to be flying all over the world doing HYROX races. And
well, my boys, were there last night and their father.
Yeah.
And now all 3 are talking about doing Las Vegas next year. My oldest is 25. My youngest is 18.
Okay. And then, and the father as well?
Yeah. Their father is 50.
Yeah. Okay.
50.
Yeah, there's 4. You could do your own little relay.
Yeah.
The one or the 2 laps. Do that on Friday and then do your own on Sunday.
And do my own, yeah. No, but they were excited. They were, it to see their face too, yesterday while I was doing the workout, it was really nice too, because they never imagined their mom doing something like that. It makes me emotional.
No, yeah.
So they were really happy and excited and proud of me as well, which meant a lot.
Yeah.
Because they're so used to seeing their mom just sit on the couch and do nothing. So it was nice.
Yeah, to be able to give them all a hug right there at the end as you're coming over it after like such a long pace and everything like that.
My daughter couldn't stop telling me how proud she was of me.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah, I know my daughter was there with me as well.
I
She was
saw.
cheering the whole time.
I was on everybody's. I've become friends
Yeah.
with a lot of people here, and I was seeing a lot of their posts. I saw your race. That was nice.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because I mean, obviously, you see like, I mean, what's capable of people, and I mean, there's times like in the like hours, and then it was like when I was reflecting back, and I was sitting there, and like after I was done, and it's like I, as much as I like as competitive as I am, and I want to get out there and get my best, it was also just as much fun to like cheer for everybody else and like
Yes.
see everybody else be able to complete what they've been working for, and being able to be like, hey, like I did that, you know what I mean, and like being like, hey, like I was out there, I gave it my all, I put my fitness on display when there's so many people that won't, and knowing that there's just so much more opportunity for like people to like get up off the couch and like find a community and find people that like will root for you and find family that like they're like, wow, like that. I mean, that's everything. I mean, you know, it's like it's not about the like losing the weight. It's not like as much as like those are all pieces and parts of it. It's finding the new routines and finding the new like person, like who like who are you now?
I feel like that's still an open-ended question. I don't know, but I know that I'm somebody that's determined.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
But I know that I'm not the same person that I was even a year ago.
Yeah.
Even a year ago.
Yeah.
Totally different person.
What would you tell to the person that walks in, that's nervous about walking into the gym for the first time, or that like is potentially thinking about like any number of the different ways to be able to start the journey, but they're hesitant? Like, what would you tell to Dianna 4
That
years ago?
it's going to be hard, but you can do it. You can do this. And you're going to like it.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people are so intimidated. And it's one thing that I tell everyone. I have really enjoyed it. Like, I truly enjoy and look forward to coming to CrossFit.
Yeah.
Seeing the people, doing the workouts, being sore. Like, it's like I truly look forward
Cut
because
that
I know
one. No, I'm just kidding.
because I know it's progress.
Yeah.
It is because it just makes you feel like, okay, I did something, like I worked harder, like, there's going to be change. But to anyone that's coming in, and with no fitness background, because that was really me, no fitness background, you can do it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. There we go. While we were
yeah.
sitting here, let's go.
I just want to mention one more thing. So I have
Yeah.
a friend. So I post almost every day that I'm here.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, a lot of my friends that I really, just friends on Instagram, people that I know, I'm so proud of you. Even hearing it from people like that
Yeah.
has been great. Oh my God, I see your
Yeah.
change. You're doing great.
Yeah.
I have a friend, and she's probably not gonna like this, but she just finished the academy
wow.
in October, and then
Okay.
she became Metro Police Officer in
Yeah.
November.
Yeah.
And I got her to join.
Nice.
I motivated her
Yeah.
to do something different.
Stephanie
and
and
join.
Candace and Alexa told you about our referral program, right? Make sure you're getting all this on video.
Oh no!
Yeah, they get their first month for $50, and if they sign up for a continuation membership, you get $100.
Oh well, she's gonna sign up. Stephanie
Let's
just
go.
messaged her,
Yeah,
and she's gonna
crispy
sign up.
$100 bills.
Yeah,
I just
nice.
handed out 2 of them today. We handed out a couple, or we'll be handing them out later on this afternoon for a couple of people that referred. We'd love to. I always joke that we'd rather give the money to our members than to Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook. So,
Yes.
I mean, yeah. Hopefully, they don't take us, deplatform us for saying that. But no, I mean, we love it when like our members have like significant, even just changes where they finally feel confident that they can come to a gym and that they like are around other people that are of other fitness levels and still feel comfortable themselves. The toughest part about like going to a gym by yourself is you have your headphones on, you're like talking to yourself in the stories you tell yourself about everybody else is sometimes so much different than like when you're at a gym with nobody wearing headphones and there's conversations of like, oh, I remember when I was there. Great job, Dianna. You know what I mean? Like it's way different than like walking in and it's like every single person's like just an individual. And it's like, yeah, and like you're
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm just like, all right, like I'm in this person's way. I'm doing this, and as opposed to like, oh, like I'll partner with you, and like, hey, like let's pull up out a bar, and like, I mean, like, oh, I didn't know that about yourself, and like, there's just so much more of that, and it's like, I don't know, like, I mean, especially in CrossFit, and people are like, "Oh, like I can't do that." I'm like, "Can't do what?" I'm like, "You can't squat, you can't press." I'm like, "If you find a good enough coach, if you find a good enough group of people, like there's infinite levels of scale to this. It doesn't start at a barbell. It starts standing up and sitting down, and then let's add the barbell once we
Mm-hmm.
get comfortable with it. And then let's add some weight. Let's find some confidence. And then let's start finding like some like additional weight that we're able to do it. But it's not all in one day and it's not all in
Mm-hmm.
90 days either. There's so much more progression and availability to it that it allows for somebody to stay with the program for so much longer and
Yes.
being able to do 1,000 classes and still getting stronger and still hitting PRs and finding different strength. I mean, shit, we have members that are, I mean, late into their 70-year-old. Marilyn, it's her birthday today. I mean, she's 70, shit, I think 74 or 77.
Oh, wow.
And I mean, still does CrossFit every day. And it's like, I'm trying to convince my mom. She's like, I can't do that type of stuff. I'm like, Mom, I love you. But if you lived here in Vegas, like I would drag you to the gym every day. Yeah, I'm like, you're lucky that you live in Florida and I can't drag you to the gym with me every single day. But yeah, no, thank you so much for, recording
Oh,
this and coming in to talk about it.
thank
Hopefully you
you.
can get up out of the chair. My legs are a little sore myself from
Oh,
the
it
race
was
on
bad.
Saturday.
It was bad last night. My mom didn't go,
Yeah,
but when I got home, she was there,
yeah.
and she was like, "What is wrong with you?" Like she was worried, and she's like, "This is from exercising," and I'm like, "No, but there,
It's like,
yeah."
no. That's not for me. I can't.
And then my sister and I were there
Yeah.
trying to explain to her, and she was like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "So this is normal?" I'm like, "It's normal.
You're
It'll
like,
be
that's
okay."
not that amount of fitness is not normal for a regular day in, day out. But
Yeah.
for the test or the like competition
Competition,
for it,
yes.
yes, that is a normal type thing.
Yes. But
But
no, it was great. You know, I will say that one thing about the difference between the gym and then, CrossFit or the group classes is the gym, everybody's always worried about being judged or people are looking at you or,
yeah,
and that's one thing that I've never felt
yeah,
while doing the classes or tread.
yeah,
I've never felt like somebody was looking at me, judging me, or,
yeah,
making fun of me or something.
yeah.
I've never felt that here. And that's one thing that it makes me feel comfortable and that I
Love it.
like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
awesome.
it is. It really
Yeah,
is. It really is.
awesome. All right. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I need notes. I can't do it without notes.